Hi everyone. We're going to do the 2022 collective check-in tarot reading. And I have to be honest with you, if I would have picked these cards myself, I couldn't have done it better. However, with that being said, I just wanted to say as a side note that yes, tools are necessary sometimes, but I want everyone to really start learning this coming year who you really are and what your true power is. And so I'm looking very forward to teaching you that and walking with you in that knowing and in that experience of learning. And so I'm going to start with the Starseed Oracle cards, which says that all are invited to the fifth dimension. We are creating our new earth in spirit and in matter. And I just really want to show you this card because the imagery on these cards are really just so beautiful. And we really can create heaven on earth. We really can. And according to this reading, we really are going to be doing that in the physical world in 2022. We are learning integration. We're forgiving ourselves for things as well as forgiving others. There are reunions going to happen in 2022. We're letting go of defenses. We're opening the door to new opportunities. And this card is just so magical with the crystals and the light being bodies and the rainbow and the lush vegetation and the animals, you know, and the turtle. Slow and steady wins the race is the turtle. So I just really love this energy for us. I feel like this is truly everyone learning to step into their own power, which is what I've been striving for this past year that I've been speaking publicly. I just really want all of you to understand how special you are, individually and collectively. And so now with this reading, the universe and spirit are confirming to me that this is in fact our last cloak that we shed, our last test or hurdle to have to overcome or pass, so to speak, as we end this year and we begin a new one. We are officially learning who we are, and we're releasing our old identities and realizing our magnificence, because you are magnificent. Each and every one of you are magnificent beings, and it's time for that transformation. It's time for that death and rebirth. It's time, and you're ready for it. This is about radical purification. This is the violet flame, surrendering, resurrection, transformation, standing in your power, understanding fully that you are a magical being. Really, really beautiful energy. Excuse me. I've had a bit of a head cold, so sorry if I look chink-eyed and I cough. My bad, right? My bad. But yeah, it is what it is. We have the promise of the sun, which is all about new beginnings and happy times. Lots of happy times are ahead of us as a collective. This is about really going inward into your inner core and understanding the self and others as being very important lights in this world. It's about igniting the passion of your soul and really looking within now, really learning who you are on the inside and on the outside, and finding that beautiful balance between the two, putting them in perfect harmony, and then taking that knowledge of the universe. And we're going north, which means we're ascending. We're moving upward into the mountains where we can see clearly. The mountains are all about representing clarity and even ease of breathing, though I know that some would argue that with me, because for some people it is difficult to breathe on the mountain. At least until you get used to it, right? But it is meant for clarity of sight and being able to finally breathe again. And this is going to be a year where we really learn a lot about the Greek, the Roman, the Egyptian knowledges, and truly, fully understanding that our history was not taught to us correctly. Understanding why the Inquisitions and the persecutions happened in the name of the Father. Understanding that we are as divine as the angels, and using that wisdom to move forward and to create that heaven on earth that we all so desire. It's happening this year, guys. It starts this year. It won't be finished this year, but it begins this year. This is the time of remembering who you are at your core. That you are probably part of Atlantis. And we are bringing the scribes and the writers from the past into our present, because we vowed to do so. And it's time for you to remember your vow. When I pulled these cards, these are the past life, excuse me, past life energy cards. And when I pulled them, I asked, show us what we're bringing from our past into our future for 2022. We are going to be leaving the baggage behind, the old lies, the outdated history that we know isn't true, that's also lies, the way that we felt, the way we looked at ourselves and others and the world around us, including the fact that we are in a matrix, but that we created it so we can change it. We're going to travel. We're going to do great works. We're going to find ways to end food shortages and hunger and poverty. We're going to teach people how to love life again. We're going to show them the way of the medicine man and the medicine woman again. We're going to put the authority figures in their place and into check. We are ending karmic relationships because you're finally understanding now, as a collective and as individuals, that you have the power, you have the choice to decide when that karmic debt ends. It's time to merge spirituality with religion and tell the truth of the old ways, not the ones that we were misled to believe and not question. This is a time of great change and great ambition and welcomed bravery. Not the kind where you feel like you have to pull yourself up by the bootstraps and be brave, but the kind where you're gladly throwing your boots on and running out into the fields and down the roads and into the streets, bravely talking, bravely sharing, bravely being you, truly you, bravely walking in that energy and not being ashamed of it, afraid of it, embarrassed of it, completely embracing who you are and what you are and who we are as a collective. And I feel like it's going to be a lot of exciting changes simply because now that you're finally really starting to catch up to who you are and what you can do now, you're like that little kid that wants more, wants more, wants more. And you're going to want to learn. You're going to absorb what you learn like a sponge, and then you're going to spit it right back out and use it in effortless ways. I feel like this is going to be a time for everyone to have great energy, great confidence in themselves and others, even. I think that we're finally coming back into learning how to trust ourselves and our own intuition, but also learning how to trust others through discernment and through trusting our instincts to have the right people in our space. And I feel like we understand now how to surround ourselves with protective energy, which will then lead to you basking in the light that you are, that encompasses you, shines from inside of you out, and truly understanding to put intent into your creation, trusting your talents, even if not everything around you is changing in the manner that you would like to see. You're still trusting it. You're still having that faith. You're still walking in that. You're going to take time to reflect quite a bit, I feel like, in 2022. I think you're really going to be looking back on the past and what we've all been through collectively and on an individual level, which has been quite difficult for many of us. I must admit, I thought I had went through some pretty difficult times in my life, but there have been things in the past couple of years that really topped that and surprised me, because I didn't think there was anything tough left to go through. But we all went through some really tough challenges, particularly this last year. And so it's time to reflect on that. It's time to look back and see how far we've come and how strong we really are. And to really trust and believe that collectively we can do amazing things. We really are amazing beings. And we understand that we can set our sights higher, and that no height is too high, that it's limitless. And as long as we stay in a place of being grounded and it coming from a heart-centered space where it's going to be the highest good for all, I don't see anywhere to go but up. Honestly, guys, I see it as just completely evolving into what we've always wanted people to be. always known that life should be. And so I think for 2022, I think it's going to start off with a bang. I think it's going to start off really beautiful, exuberant energy. People ready to get things going, get them rolling, start making stuff happen. And I think we're going to do great. I think it's going to be really healthy and really beautiful. And I think by the end of the year, all of us, including me, I feel like we're all going to sit down this time next year and we're going to reflect again on how much we've done and how far we've come in 2022. And it's going to be so much that we're just going to be like overwhelmed almost. But yet, it's only an emotional overwhelming because the year itself, I don't feel we have struggles, not like we had before. I don't feel like we have obstacles to face the way we've had to face this past year. I feel like a lot of things are really, really going to start taking off and changing and be so easy and effortless, like I said earlier, with difficulty, that I think we're gonna be kind of godsmacked when we reflect upon the year this time next year. I think we're gonna be like, holy wow, look how much has changed, look how far we've come, and look how fast it happened and how easy it was. And I want you to hold on to that and remember that for the end of the year. And I know a lot happens in a year to make it really hard to remember to think about that again. But that's okay because I just planted that seed and you just planted that seed. And so you're going to probably forget all about it, all about me saying that until this time next year. And then when you are reflecting, you're going to remember this conversation. And you're going to be like, huh, yeah, she was right. And even she's shocked. Because I feel like I am. I'm going to be godsmacked. I'm going to be awestruck, overwhelmed with joy and great satisfaction at the amount of willingness on the part of the collective to all work together, to end diversity, to bring union, to be the bridge, and to create and manifest and help heal this planet and one another, whether it's emotionally or otherwise. The true keys to understanding all of this are to honestly know yourself and love yourself, which then in turn gives you the ability to see others for who they truly are and with compassion. And then to remove all of the lies and the deceit and share the knowledge so that we can be who we really want to be and live the way we really want to live. And yeah, I'm just really stoked. And again, I apologize for the, coughing and the puffy face and the whole deal, but it is what it is. And I wanted to get these readings done before the end of the year. I kind of missed about half of you for your December zodiacs, and I apologize for that. It's been a crazy month for me, to say the least. Anyway, I am really looking forward to 2021 being over. I am really, really looking forward to 2022 beginning and working with you and walking with you through this. beautiful creative process that we are about to embark on. So, with that being said, I hope that all of you had um, a happy solstice, a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, etc., and that you all have a great, safe New Year celebration. Even though a lot of us really don't consider this the beginning of the new year yet, but that's okay. I think that's one of those things we're going to change, honestly. I feel like we're going to be righting a lot of wrongs this year. And I am really looking forward to seeing that happen and being a part of it. All right, guys, that's what I've got for 2022. I dropped all of my prices on the website dramatically. If you need some help or guidance in any way, shape, or form, please feel free to reach out to me, and let's get through this together and remember who we are, right? So that we can make this beautiful heaven on earth a reality for all of us, because we all deserve it. We truly do all deserve it. Every soul on this planet deserves our love and our compassion and our creative efforts to improve everyone's situation and everything's situation. So, with that being said, again, I will say goodnight and goodbye, and I'll see you soon.